Hello, hello. How does it go? What is up, so family? How is it hanging on this fantastic Friday? How are y'all doing? Don't forget the roll call down in there, CBVOY, creating that best version of yourself, and HIC, happiness is contagious, okay? So tonight we are going to do spiritual progress, okay? And the reason why is because we need to know where people are sitting at when it comes to your spiritual journey. So we're going to do a row of 5 for a new beginning for divine masculine and 5 for divine feminine. And we're going to ask some questions to kind of see where are you at. But first, let us get the golden chai going here, because you are the one that has a heart of gold, right? So we'll get the golden chai going, and then we'll get some Palo Santos going while we're waiting for people. Like I said, don't forget to do roll call, CBVOY and HIC. All right, because happiness is contagious, okay? And when your frequency is up there, massive blessings are coming in. Confirmation. All right, let's get some Palo Santos and protect our space always, okay? Because there are people who have motivation in a positive way, and there's people that have motives in the negative way. And so you have to use your discernment, right? But when it comes to your spiritual progress, a lot of people are wondering, well, what is it all about? What is it all about? Now, I can tell you for tomorrow night's read, being that it's the 1111 portal, it's like, make sure you get your snack, get your jammies on, whatever it may be, and get comfy and cozy, because it's going to be a little bit of a long one. And I see twin flames in here, 1111. Okay, twin flame. So there's some for you, some for me. Hello, beautiful. I am doing great. Thank you. It has been quite the day. Like I said, I've been construction worker by day and doing my spiritual by evening. So a lot going on when it's like you're co-creating and building things, right? All right. So we are going to find out. We are going to find out. This is the spiritual progress. But like I said, tomorrow night is going to be kind of long, because it is going to, I'm going to do some things that I've never ever seen anybody communicate. Thank you, Father. And illuminate and battle through it in that giving and receiving, because the thing is tomorrow night is going to be really special. And a lot of people question, what about the things of my past? What about my past life? What about this? What about that? And it's like, this is why he's saying, let's do the spiritual progress tonight, but tomorrow is going to be very significant to the 1111 portal, because this is the most spiritual, high potent portal of all of us, because it's about star seeds, light workers, and twin flames. Okay. And that is high on the hierarchy with our Father. All right. So, like I said, we're going to find out. Father, how do you want me to do this? Do you want me to go boom, 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 boom? Okay. All right. So, where are you currently at on your spiritual cycle? That's divine masculine. Where's divine feminine currently on her spiritual progress? Woo! What is the central lesson that divine masculine is needing to learn? What is the central lesson for divine feminine that she needs to learn? Woo! They are jumping out. like crisscross will make you jump, jump. It's like almost like a truck driving chair. Just kidding. Okay, what are the influences that favor this spiritual progress for divine masculine? Ooh, hot diggity, I could tell you this is already going to be. All right, what are the influences that favor the spiritual progress for divine feminine? What are the spiritual progress? Thank you. Oh, yeah. I'm telling you. What are the influences that are acting against the divine masculine making the spiritual progress? What are the influences acting against divine masculine? Got the few that came out divine masculine, but we'll put them up there and we'll come back to it. What are the influences that are acting against divine feminine spiritual progress? Come on now. Okay. Okay. All right. What does divine masculine need to know? Let me move these over here so I got room. I don't know if you guys can see him. Maybe here. Can you see him now? Oh, here. I'll just scoot him down. We'll do the top row is divine masculine, the bottom row is divine feminine. So what is it that divine masculine needs to do? What does he need to do? What does divine feminine need to do? All right. Overall energy. Whoo-wee. This is heavy. You have the 3 of Swords and the 5 of Swords. Somebody is massively in their head on their spiritual journey. And it is because somebody has had massive heartbreak and somebody is dealing with some conflict and some tension that somebody has now brought into their life. Okay. So yeah, and I'm hearing that there's an epiphany that is coming because you see the eagle over here. It's like you need to see something from a different perspective. So it's like divine masculine is in this conflict and this tension because of the heartbreak he caused divine feminine is what I'm hearing. So where are you, divine masculine, on your current spiritual progress? Okay. So he sees his potential. He's looking for his happiness. He can definitely fulfill his own cup. Okay. And he's trying to manifest. Good morning, Uday. Yes, CBVOY and Hick. Okay. He's trying to manifest his prosperity. He is trying to. I don't know why that just came through, but it's like. Right here, you see, it almost looks like a screwdriver. Okay, now he is trying to manifest something on this journey. It's like he's wanting a new beginning for the divine celebration, but on this current spiritual cycle, it's like he's not really knowing how to manifest correctly. He's not being able to manifest correctly, and this is where he's having that new beginning, that new rebirth. Okay, and it's like now he's starting to get his inheritance on his spiritual journey of what he was actually supposed to have in the beginning, but he made alternative choices, right? Okay, so what is divine feminine? Where is divine feminine in that current spiritual cycle? Okay, so she has the 7 of Pentacles. This is beautiful because the whole time divine feminine has held the vision. She has held the vision with passion. She has held the investments that Father was telling her to hold when it came to the 7 of Pentacles. It's like she nurtured, she replicated and kept growing with the warmth and the vitality of our Father, right? And it's like she also had to hide her identity at the time. Okay, so she had to be hidden at the time because divine masculine, where he was on his cycle, it's like they weren't on the same levels on that spiritual progress. Because divine masculine, I'm hearing divine masculine had so much conflict and tension going on in his life and felt defeated and like he wasn't good enough. But it's all because of what he did to divine feminine. Now, Father and the universe had been watching him, breaking divine feminine's heart with the Two of Swords. He made this choice, but you can see divine feminine had the clarity of what was going on when he already stabbed her in the heart. It's like she already knew. She had the epiphany from Father. So you could be seeing 33. That's the master father coming through, master teacher, because it's like divine masculine was trying to clip divine feminine's wings, but she knew. And that's why it came down to that he started feeling this tension, this conflict, and feeling defeated on everything that he was doing. Because when divine feminine pulled her energy back, she held the vision, she made the investment, she kept pushing forward. She was like, I'm not going to let you stop me whatsoever, because I know the development, I know what is going on, and I reevaluate all the hard work that I have done and all the effort that I had put into this very passionately. So when it came to the spiritual journey, it's like divine feminine, you were very passionate about being on your spiritual journey. So your spiritual progress so far is looking amazing. Okay. What is the central lesson for this cycle? 9 of Cups for divine masculine. It's like divine masculine felt comfortable at the time. He felt like, oh, I've got this partnership. Oh, I've got this communication. Oh, it's like I'm out in the community. I've got friends. I'm contemplating things. He felt very comfortable and satisfied of the things and the choices that he was making. But that's when it started to take a turn. That's when he started to notice that when divine feminine pulled back, her energy completely cut him off because of the heartbreak that he did. It's like he started feeling the tension. He felt attacked. He felt like there was people coming at him left and right. And that's because that central lesson for him in this cycle was, do not treat a divine feminine that way. Do not be comfortable treating a divine being who will fulfill your cup and their cup, who can provide for you and for them, and who can be there to nurture you by holding the vision, knowing what Father is trying to show divine feminine by holding that vision in that prophet. And she knew that, as the saying goes, for the analogy and the terminology that Father says, if you love somebody enough, let them go. And if they come back, it's meant to be. Them are true words from our Father. It's like he is saying that when you let go and let God have it, it's like you are sacrificing and saying, here, okay, if this is truly meant for me, you will bring it back because of the manifestation. But being true to the investment, being true to the prophet, being a prophet for Father, and making these investments, it's like you held that vision. And by doing that, divine feminine was very comfortable in what she was doing. She knew that this was the lesson for divine masculine, but she couldn't give him the information, because every time she tried to communicate something about the information, it was like he would agree only to agree. But mentally in his head, he was conflicted. He was conflicted because he didn't really understand it. So now, what is the central lesson for divine feminine? That central lesson is exactly what she knew by holding that vision, making that investment in this partnership. Okay? So the central lesson was she held the vision knowing that this was an ordained partnership by our Father, right? It's like she knew that not only was the attraction there, but it was ordained by Father. And that made it very comfortable to be able to manifest this. Okay. And divine masculine was not ready for it at all. I mean, he tried to manifest the divine feminine, somebody who's going to be very nurturing, very loving, very kind, caring, loyal, everything. When he got that, it created all of this because he never had that before. And so when it came in, it was like it came in at the wrong time because he was still learning his lessons. He was still doing things against the grain. And Father said, you need to take that grain and plant the seeds. Wow. So, what are the influences in favor of his spiritual progress? I told you. Divine feminine, our beautiful, gorgeous, extraordinary, unique high priestess, stood in her power, inspiring, bringing out his creativity, showing him this is the divine path. Number 11. It's like the influence that divine feminine had on divine masculine is now coming around with that epiphany of like, whoa, everything that she was saying is true and accurate. Everything that she had said to me in that time being that triggered me and pissed me off and made me squirmish and not like the fact of all that tension and feeling defeated and depleted, and there was so much conflict. There was so much conflict because he was like, how did this person come into my life and inspire me, bring out that creative side, love me for who I am, and show me true unconditional love? Nobody has ever done that before. But this was the influence of communication in favor of his spiritual progress. And Father did that for a specific reason because divine feminine, she has the knowledge. That's why she was able to hold the vision and the investment of what was going on. That's why she could do it with ease because she knew what the partnership was. Yeah, see how it fell down? Okay, it's because divine masculine's choices made this partnership fall down. So what is the influences for divine feminine on the spiritual progress? Our father was coming in and saying, listen, I am the influence on this spiritual progress for you. And it's like, it's in favor of me because it's ordained by the Father. He's the one that made the decision. So when he said, I need you to pull your energy back and just sit and be stagnant for a little bit and let everything unfold in divine timing, divine feminine already knew. Divine feminine already knew because divine masculine was like, wow, she ain't chasing after me. She ain't coming after me. It's like, she's not like your modern day women. It's like, there's something special and unique about this woman. It's like she has inspired me to be that better and create that better version of himself. And it was because divine feminine's influence was our Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, helping guide through the choices that needed to be made when it came to this partnership and the investment in order for it to move forward. Woo! So what are the influences acting against divine masculine spiritual progress? Wow. Very immature energy because we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Woo! Okay, so this is with the Knight of Pentacles. This was, he was so stuck in a routine, and that's what was acting against his progress because he was so stuck in his routine, thinking he could be in his ego, he can control everything, that he can call the shots, okay? That he can launch the arrows and call the shots. But the thing is, with the Knight of Wands coming in, it's like it became an adventure to him. He started feeling this like type of passion for divine feminine, okay? He started feeling this passion. And it was like, now I need to take motion. Now I need to take motion because I'm starting to get the clarity and the understanding of, instead of being in my head, put my feet where my mouth are and start walking forward and come out of this immature energy to be abundant and powerful and see the potential of this connection, because that is what was acting against him. It was like he was so much in his ego and his pride about this true connection, you know, that he thought it was very comfortable for him to slander and belittle and play the shame blame game and blame everything on divine masculine or divine feminine. But really, he was the one involved in a third party situation. He was trying to fulfill his cups and have his cake and eat it too. He was really trying to be profitable when it came to jumping from person to person, from pillar to post, and, wanting, oh, my nose is itching. Wanting to be able to, you know, have that love, that beauty, that joy. He went all based on the outer looks, okay, of what was right there, right now for him. On a spiritual level, he wasn't even awakened. He could have said that he was awakened, but divine feminine knew that he was not awakened. He didn't actually step into his spirituality after divine feminine inspired him to take a deeper dive into it and shine his gifts. Oh, my nose is itching for divine feminine and divine masculine. So somebody's coming into reunion. That is signification that somebody's coming into reunion, because what's in the middle is divine feminine, divine masculine coming together, or some divine feminine and divine masculine showing up at your house. Ooh-wee. All right. What is the influence acting against the spiritual progress for divine feminine? The influence acting against the spiritual progress for divine feminine, we have the Death card, the Six of Swords, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So the influence that's acting against it is Father gave her a right-of-way passage to bring things into calmer waters, because this is part of the destiny. This is part of the journey to be able to push forward. So in actual reality, it's like it wasn't acting against her. It was acting against the actual journey, because divine masculine still has not been able to show forward. It's like the lion is a coward, okay, or a little cub trying to come into his power. But it's like divine feminine, you see her light is shining. She's like, come on, divine masculine, it's time to go through this transition so that we can come together. Things need to come to calmer water so that you have a greater understanding of what is going on, because this is about the journey itself, but it's that sorrow. It's like divine feminine felt that sorrow in her heart because he was not awakened to what was going on in this journey. But this was all part of the destiny, right? This was all part of the destiny, because these were the unexpected events that took place in the union of divine masculine, okay? Because divine feminine, you are already in union with self, right? But it's all playing out of part of the spiritual journey. So what does divine masculine need to do in order to have that wish fulfillment? He needs to get the spiritual enlightenment, and he needs to stop holding on to things of the past, okay? Because he still hasn't come forward. He still hasn't taken that action forward. It's like he feels that this has been all in vain. Everything that took place, all the lessons that transpired with divine feminine and divine masculine, he feels like it's in vain. he feels like it's in vain, and that's why he's holding on, because he's like, I don't know if I can rebuild. I don't know if I can be able to do that, because I regret the way I treated you. I feel your loss, and I'm like being called deeply to you for you to be able to show me the rope, show me the way, because this so much regret. This is his sorrow. Okay, he's now feeling what divine feminine felt in her heart with the sorrow of what he did, but he is now feeling it, and it's more powerful, especially with the 1111 portal coming up. It's like he can truly feel the loss of divine feminine. It's like he broke down this relationship before it truly even got started, because of the choices that he was making. It was like he had so much conflict and tension in his life. He thought he could play around with the beautiful, extraordinary, unique divine feminine, which is a high priestess. Okay. Very spiritual, very inspiring, but he thought he could play one on her. And Father said that ain't going to happen. It's like the influence of our Father favored this spiritual progress, because Father helped divine feminine make the correct choices when it came to the partnership. Okay. And she followed it. She followed it by making that investment and that profit, and said, okay, Father, I'm following your divine guidance. You show me what you want me to do. Confirmation. And that's what divine feminine did. So now what does divine feminine need to do? Wait for Father to bring justice. Wait for the balance to come. Wait for that strong foundation. She just needs to sit back, because she's already got the sword of truth. She's already got the clarity. She already has the understanding. And it's like, when you look at this, and the justice is coming in, this is all about the truth. It's like divine masculine's going to see that divine feminine was telling the truth the whole time, and everything that he denied, every argument that he tried to co-create, it's like he's feeling that tension, because divine feminine would not argue with him. She would call him out, and it would piss him off. She would call him out. She would bring justice to the partnership, because they had a spiritual mission, which they still do, but they have a spiritual mission. And depending on his spiritual progress, has he learned his central lessons that Father wanted him to learn? And is he got the right influences on his spiritual progress, or who's influencing him to act against the spiritual progress that Father and divine feminine have in this connection? Because it's under the communication line here of number 3. Father and divine feminine keep communicating about this, and divine feminine knows that, hey, making the right choices, speaking the truth, it's part of the destiny, and justice will come. The proof is always in the pudding. Okay, so when you speak your truth, it's like you get that spoon. Divine feminine gets to sit back and enjoy that pudding, while divine masculine has to persevere forward, and he has to fast. He doesn't get nothing. Okay. Wow. That's amazing. So let's get some clarification here. Father, what do we need to know about the 3 of Swords? What do we need to know about the 3 of Swords? 3 more shuffles. What do we need to know? Because the spiritual progress, it's all in alignment. It's all in alignment. It's part of the destiny. And we have 1, 2, 3, 6 major arcanas. That's all about the growth. That's all about unconditional love. Okay. So this plays a significant part on the spiritual progress. So what do we have for the 3 of Swords, Father? What do we need to know? Told you. You've got the 4 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands. Okay, so this is coming in and saying, look, he's wanting that stability and security. It's like he doesn't want to be in contemplation anymore. He wants his rewards with his divine feminine. He's got that self-confidence now, and he has made progress. and he understands what he's done. And this is broken down in angel numerology of him, the angelic being. It's like he now knows what he has done. That's beautiful. Okay, so what do we have for the Five of Swords, Father? What do we need to know for the Five of Swords? Three of Swords came out back to back. See? This is a mirroring image now, because this is what Divine Feminine felt with that heartbreak of having to pull her energy back and step away from Divine Masculine. And him feeling that tension, him feeling that energetic pullback, he is now feeling that broken heart. He's now feeling that loss of Divine Feminine. So this is all part of the spiritual progress of him now feeling and constantly thinking about Divine Feminine, and looking back to the nostalgia of how she inspired him and brought out his creativity and helped him with that progress of self-confidence, and making that progress that, hey, be you, create that best version of you. It doesn't matter what people think or say about you. That's immature, childish games. That's the knights, okay? The Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. That's that immature adolescent stuff, right? Okay, so what do we need to know for the Four of Pentacles, Father? Because we got the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. Pay attention to the signs and synchronicities. It's like, in order to be abundant and rebuild, Divine Masculine can manifest a different outcome. But he has to pay attention to the signs and synchronicities, because what he was holding on to, he was like, well, I don't know if we'll ever be able to come back together. I don't know if Divine Feminine will ever forgive me. Well, evidently you don't know who a true Divine Feminine is, because forgiveness is one of the top priorities. But when you have the Vulture here, it's like nothing in this life is wasted. It's like if you self-doubt, you're self-sabotaging. But if you're not paying attention to the signs and synchronicities, you're blocking your own blessings. You're blocking your own abundance from being able to be abundant and to rebuild. You see them two cups? Divine Feminine already knew them two cups was your partnership. You're very much attracted to each other. You know that this is a spiritual soul connection. And you know it too, because now the Three of Cups that are dead in the water, okay, these are false friends. This is stop listening to people in the community, because look at, they were just trying to pull you down and pull you off of your purity of your path, when all along, look who stood behind you. Look who stood behind you. Divine Feminine, because she knew who this partnership was. It's like she knew. Woo-wee. What do we need to know for the Two of Swords, Father? Wow. What do we need to know for the Two of Swords? We got the Two of Swords. So this is Archangel Raphael coming and saying, talking about justice is coming with that stable foundation. It's because with the Two of Swords, it's like Divine Masculine, he was in training. Just like long ago, Divine Feminine, the Two of Swords is Divine Feminine in that High Priestess energy training, right? And then she steps into her true power. It's like the training of the choices and not being stuck and sabotaging your life journey. But for the Two of Swords, to clarify the Two of Swords, this means that there needs to be a stable foundation. Divine Masculine needs to know spiritually that you can't come in and you can't play around with the High Priestess. Okay? You cannot play around with the High Priestess, because she always gets the information, because it's part of the destiny. She's a truth seeker. She speaks the truth, and she's a truth seeker. It's like she's got the sword of truth from our Father. Okay? She's deeply rooted and grounded on her spiritual journey. There is no way that you can come in and falsify or, think you're going to hide something, because Divine Feminine knows when there's something going on before you even say anything, or you're too scared to say anything. Divine Feminine already knows, because she's got the wisdom and the knowledge and energetically she gets the messages that there's something going on that you were not confident about sharing, that you couldn't make the progress to be able to share because you didn't want to look stupid, you didn't want to look belittled. Okay, the thing is divine masculine, according to this spread, it's like this new moon that is coming on Monday. Okay, the new moon that's coming Monday, it's like it's time to illuminate, because the most potent portal, PPP, the most important okay, the portal that is most important is tomorrow. That is the 1111 portal. And that is one of the high ranking, most important portals of all portals, because it's talking about star seeds, light workers, and twin flames. You have an important role in this world, in this cosmic world, in the galactic. Okay, you have an important role, and that is time to step up. It's like, get the spiritual enlightenment. Stop holding on to things that no longer serve you. Nothing in this life is wasted. It is all a lesson to create that best version of yourself, so that happiness can be contagious when you see that all along you had your ride or die partner all along, investing, holding the vision, trusting and believing, and having that passion to have the adventure with you. And it will happen, because Father says he will make it happen. And when he makes it happen, he's also got the angels with him. For 22 is Archangel Raphael. Okay, Archangel Raphael is in green. Green is the fourth chakra, because home is where the heart is. Okay, so divine masculine and divine feminine will come together and have that unity, have that oneness, and feel at home again. All right, Father, let's see. What does the divine masculine want to say now that he sees what's going on the journey? What does divine masculine want to say? And then we'll find out what divine feminine wants to say. All right, what does divine masculine want to say? What does divine masculine want to say? What does divine masculine want to say, Father? Ah, the golden mirror and the palm tree. So divine masculine is saying, listen, I used to be this self-absorbed narcissist, and everything was one-sided in relationships. And I would love bomb, because it's like I couldn't stop myself. But as I started to grow, as I started to become deeply rooted and grounded in my spirituality, I became more stable, more secure. And it's like I started to grow with this endurance to be very flexible, of understanding the journey more. And that's why divine feminine has inspired me in the creative side of the spirituality, to understand that we are deeply rooted and grounded with the palm tree. and I don't know why I just heard this. So whoever's divine masculine comes to you and says this, just know he says, I wonder if coconuts float. Okay, palm trees. Okay, could be Florida bound, but something about, he's asking, can coconuts float? Of course they can float with the outer shell around them. All right. What do we need to know for divine feminine? What is divine feminine wanting to say? She loves you. She loves you, and she's got a big heart to give to you, because she's very passionate and very attracted to her eternal flame, which is her twin flame. So she wants to tell you that it's like all along she has had this unconditional love for you. All along she has felt this oneness, this passion, this affection, and this great attraction to you because she knew who you were. Divine Feminine knew who you were. Okay. Anything else for the Divine Feminine that she wants to say? It says, call me. Stop playing around. Call me. Because the thing is Divine Feminine is saying, listen, on a spiritual level, I've inspired you to come into your true twin flame connection. I have shown you what true love is. Confirmation. I have shown you what true love is. And it's like now that message of love is going back to the Divine Masculine and saying, you know, look, I'm thinking of you. You know how many times I've picked up that phone wanting to call you, but I've been too chicken shit? And he's saying that because it's like that golden mirror. It was like he was so self-absorbed in what he was doing. It was like he was willing to throw that connection away. This is a sacred divine connection. You only get this once in your life, you know, in this lifetime here on planet Earth, okay? When you transition into the multi-dimensions, it's like who you were connected with here, if it is not your twin, will be completely different. But it's about making that call. Don't let that person slip by, because look, Divine Feminine has been holding that love, waiting for that call. Because the thing is Divine Feminine can't reach out to Divine Masculine, because Divine Masculine has to learn spiritually what he needs to learn. And when he feels it, when he knows it, when he connects with it, he will be inspired. He will have that creative urge to reach out. He will have that clarity to reach out and be able to bring it all together. All right, so what is this? Yeah. Wow, this one was at the table over here. This is the axe. So something about let me put it this way. Divine Masculine, when I see the axe, I'm going to tell you straight out. If you're giving your Divine Feminine the silent treatment and you are like trying to abandon your twin flame, all it's going to do is hurt you, because it's like you can think you're going to stop the pattern. You can think that you're going to stop the connection, but no. Father will grant the Divine Feminine a true Divine Masculine if you can't step into your power. He will. That's right. He'll take your mask off. He will hammer down. He does not play around. It's like he made you twins. He made you twins. Two different bodies, one soul, so many similarities. You could possibly even look alike, okay, or have some type of resemblance, even though you have two different sets of parents. He chose your parents and he chose their parents in order to have characteristics that match up for the oneness of you and your twin flame. All right, so let's get last and final what the divine has to say, because yeah, I cannot believe this. I cannot believe it. I cut the deck to speak your truth. Speak your truth, because things are blossoming. and look at your mother, your kindred loved ones are there supporting you as well. They are watching it go down and helping illuminate this journey. Okay. All right. Let's get 4 shuffles and find out what the divine has to say. Ooh, honey, I'm telling you. 2 more shuffles, 2 more shuffles. 2 more shuffles, 2 more shuffles. Ooh. I already think I know what's going to be said. So, Father, you're showing me the awakening. You're showing me the spiritual connection. You're showing me the divine connection between divine feminine and divine masculine. Ooh, honey, I'm telling you. I knew it. This is the awakening. This is the kindred loved ones waiting for this connection to come into play, because this is all about that intimacy. This is all about the new beginning. This is, oh my golly, Miss Molly, I'm telling you, it's about the intimacy of how deep the love is, how spiritual the connection is, and how your ancestors have been waiting for the intimacy of this spiritual awakening for you to come into play, because that love is an unbreakable, unshakable, and unstoppable connection. It is nothing like you've ever seen before. And that's where Father is saying, for your stability and your security, okay, 31 is broken down in the angel mastery to your stability and your security. It's like, look at the 2 hearts. Look at how you are divine intertwined. When you turn it this way, you two coming together, you will be the master teacher here on earth. Okay. You see it right here, 3, 3, and representation. So when you see this, okay, you could be seeing 333, which that is divine feminine, our father, and divine masculine coming together on a spiritual level for that stability and security, to have that intimacy and that new beginning, to trust and believe that your ancestors are there with you every step of the way and they love you unconditionally. I'm telling you, this is illuminating. Your ancestors are illuminating and waiting for you to be able to find that stability and security right here, stability and security. And then you have Archangel Raphael 22. Where did we see that 22? That foundation. I knew we seen it. 22. 2 of swords and 2 of swords. That's 22. That's Archangel Raphael coming through. And this was Father that guided that stable foundation, because 22 is the grid for your spiritual journey together. And that's why divine feminine the whole time, the love call, and that love was unstoppable, unshakable, and unbreakable for divine masculine. And his kindred loved ones were there too, with that intimacy of the awakening, for when he truly came into the awakening and you look at it, he becomes that beautiful butterfly. He goes through that transition and that transformation. And take the energy how it resonates, because the roles could be reversed if it's a divine feminine. We possess both divine feminine and divine masculine energy. So take it how it resonates. But this is the master teacher coming in and seeing eye to eye, where divine feminine and divine masculine are now seeing eye to eye on a spiritual level. Even though there are different rankings on the spiritual level, the intimacy of this new beginning is going to bring divine masculine up to power with divine feminine, because divine feminine has been on this journey for a very long time. Very long time. I'm hearing 43 years, maybe 43 years or more. But when you look at this, okay, see, when you look at this, you have all your ancestors bringing that intimacy together for that new beginning. Because 5 is all about the new beginnings, but 5 can also be about that adversity too when somebody isn't doing what they're supposed to be on the journey. But the way I'm seeing it linked in here, it's like, it's a go. It's a go. It's like that bridge is being gapped now. And you see Father's face right here. He's watching over spiritually. He's watching over spiritually and making sure that this connection comes together, because you are aligned, okay? And tomorrow is the 1111 portal, which is all about the twin flames, which is all about the twin flames. So if you don't come together tomorrow with your twin flame, well, you're going to have to wait for the next 1111 portal. See? 1111 portal. All righty. All righty. Anything else you want to say, Father? Anything else that you want to say? Wow. He's coming in and saying the wisdom guides are showing divine masculine exactly where he needs to go. It's like divine feminine has been sitting behind, glowing, and not listening to the others, okay? But the divine has been bringing divine masculine in. You see now how his hand is in. It's like he's now getting that wisdom. Spiritually, he's now getting that communication of, hey, you're here for a greater purpose. 9 is all about the spiritual enlightenment, right? 9 is also about things coming into fruition in Father's eyes. But when you see these two come together, you see right here in the center, you have the cross. Father, bless that connection. Father, bless that connection. And the angelic team are holding this connection to a very sacred connection. Right here's the cross. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Mm-hmm. Ooh, honey, I'm telling you, hot diggity dog. Get the campfire going. It's time to go roast some weenies. Sit by the fire. I said sit by the fire. Wow. This is all about the happiness. Okay. This is the key to your happiness. This is like the sweet nectar of life. This is what you have been waiting for. You just needed to take a deeper dive and a deeper look into what was going in and going on your journey, because your light body guides have been guiding you every step of the way. They were overseeing you every step of the way, right? You see the eye? They were overseeing you. They were trying to communicate with you to take a deeper dive and a deeper look at that DNA, because when you take that deeper look into the DNA of who you are that angelic being, right? You are that angelic being, because number 12, I'm telling you, you can't make it up here. That is all about your happiness. It's like, if you look at it, look inside that honey drop, right? I call it the honey drop. It's like you watch the tornado and everything go around you, but that inner connection spiritually, this is that true happiness. That is that true contentment. Look into the card, because if you see down here, there's divine feminine shining the light for divine masculine. Like, keep coming, keep coming. You know, even though there may be things in the way, keep coming, keep coming. because there is a balance. Okay, that's the crescent moon. There's going to be a new beginning to the twin flame connection. And if you look on it, this is a divine ring right here. But divine feminine stands down there at the end of the tunnel, waiting for divine masculine to step in and hear that communication. Okay. Yeah, my nose just itched for divine masculine because he's like, wait a minute here. This whole time you've been shining your light towards me, but you ain't speaking to me. Yep. Yep. That is true. That is true. All right, Father. Anything else you want to say before we end this beautiful read? Oh, looky. We have balance. We have balance and change that is coming. This is the yin and yang. This is you and your twin flame. This is a twin flame connection that is coming in tomorrow. Because you see right here, it's like there's divine feminine, that angelic, unique being. There's divine masculine, the yin and the yang coming together as oneness. See it? And they've had many past lives together, okay? They're very abundant. But when you have it with 21, okay, so 21 is receiving. So when this says that tomorrow you are receiving your twin flame, your true twin flame, tomorrow is the day. If you don't make it happen tomorrow, Father says, sorry. See the bridge? See the gap? He closes the gap. He closes the gap when it comes to communication. It's like, I'm also getting the daffodil, okay? So this is Mother Mary Magdalene coming in, okay? She is like the daffodil. She is like the crown looking down at you, hoping that you find the balance, and you come together with your twin flame tomorrow. Beautiful message. Beautiful message. Ay, caramba. I love it. All right, Father. That is the beautiful message for tonight. Okay, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and that little notification bell so you know when I go live, which I go live every night, but it's going to speed up. There's going to be different times. I will put a post, so make sure you look out for my community post. I am going to post it, or maybe I could put it down in the description box too. So I'll let you know when I post it, either down in the description or when I post it on my community tab for our soul family to pay attention. But I will let you know the new schedule, because 2024 is coming, right? And that represents trusting and believing in that unconditional love and that growth within yourself. And it's all about the change. So 2024 is that growth within yourself, all about the change, having that balance and that duality, and being able to be that infinite being that you were always destined to be. Okay. The new schedule will go up because, like I said, I will do our regular time, which is God's time at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So on the East Coast, it would be 8. Mountain Time, it would be 6. And on the West Coast, it would be 5. Okay. But the new schedule is going to go up. There's going to be a lot more content that is touching the different areas, because when I did the poll, it's like a lot of you want the same thing, but a lot of you are ready for the new growth. And Father is saying that 2024 coming in, being some cappy dabby do here, Father is saying that when 2024 comes in, that's all about the abundance. That's all about the change. Okay. And it's very significant because Father wants you to find that balance, not only with yourself, but with Him, and give out that unconditional love. Okay. So He's saying that 2024 is going to be very significant for some of you. And He is going to convey some of the messages for some of you out there. So make sure that you stay tuned. Make sure that you know, pay attention when it comes, because if you don't get the puzzle piece that Father is trying to give you in the message, it's like you're going to miss that one puzzle piece. And who wants to have a puzzle all put together but missing that one piece? And then you have to go back and you have to research and try to figure out where that puzzle piece is. So Father says this is very important, because this year of 2024 coming up, this is trust and believe that that growth that you have done this year is going to shine for a huge change in your life, because a lot of you have felt stuck and stagnant. A lot of you, you feel like, well, I'm never going to find the person meant for me. The fact is you have to do that inner work with you first. Come to oneness with yourself. Understand who you are, what purpose God has you here for, what mission He has you on, and everything else will come into an alignment. Okay. And it's like Father is saying that if you're sitting there looking for love, no, Father has already picked out the love of your life. It's if you do the work, He's going to put that twin flame in your sights. He's going to show you to see if you're both ready for it. Okay. Because you have to change things that you were programmed to do before, break them old programs and conditions and step into the new. Okay. Because a twin flame is much, much different than regularly just dating somebody or being with somebody. Okay. Yeah. Telling you. Father says confirmation. He's like, hold the vision. The King of Wands is all about hold the vision, stand in your power, be who you are. I just want to see what jumped out. Oh, dun, 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 dun. Six of Pentacles coming through, baby. This is that giving and receiving. This is that generosity, because Father has so much He wants to give you on your divine journey. He is tired of you feeling stuck and stagnant. He is tired of you being alone. He is tired of you going from relationship to relationship. He wants you to learn why you go from relationship to relationship, because each relationship that you're going through gives you a key component to be and create that best version of yourself. And that's why he says CBVOY, create the best version of yourself. And in order to do that, you have to be able to give and receive. You have to be generous of understanding the messages and getting what he is trying to say, because it's like when I see the winged peas here, okay, to me, when I see the winged peas, it's like you are his little sweet pea, and he has this magnificent life for you. And a lot of you are stuck and stagnant. A lot of you are sitting here in pain and suffering with disabilities and everything else, because of the fact when you step into your true abundance, all of that can be cured. Now, I'm a walking testimony. I had 8 different types of cancers. I go in December 4th for my surgery. And I'll tell you, fighting all of that, battling all of that, people say, well, how can you overcome that? Thank our Heavenly Father, because He had me go through it, not for a pity party, because I've never asked for pity. Okay. And I will never ask for pity. It's like I endure the strength of what I'm going through. Sometimes, yeah, it takes me down that dark rabbit hole, and Bunny's got to come out and be like, where's the carrots, baby? Come on, let's get this going. The thing is, he did this to me for a specific reason. That specific reason is to show you you can go through the most mundane things. You can go through the worst trials and tribulations. You can go through coming from a karmic family who is not there to support you in this journey, right? But you can come out on top because God's in charge. You can overcome it. A lot of people say, well, you can't tell that you have cancer. You can't tell that you went through cancer. Well, it ain't over yet, but I can show you on the CDs, okay? I have all of the CTs, the MRIs, the PET scans, the semi scans, the ultrasounds, the pathology, radiology. Yeah, I have it all. Okay, boxes of it. And I have the scars to prove it. I have pictures to prove it. A lot of people say, "Oh, well, why would God do that to you?" Because you're his warrior. He needs you to go through these different events. He needs to have you go through these things to be that high priestess warrior, you know, to be that emperor warrior so that you can relate to your soul family when they're going through it. You know how to be able to comfort them. You understand with an open heart and an open mind. Anybody else will close them off. Anybody else is like, "Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear you got that." No, let's talk about it. Let's ease your mind, you know? And that's the one thing that I love about Father, because when I look back at my life, oh, he put me through some very turbulent, trying times, being sexually abused to mentally, physically abused, everything. But you know what? It's so I can say, "Hey, I know what you're feeling. I know what you're going through." And it doesn't have to be a secret anymore. You don't have to feel alone. That's the thing. It's like Father wants me to help people become stronger. Yeah, page of wands right here. Okay? This is having that enthusiastic discovery and getting the messages to know that everything has happened to you not to demolish you, not to bury you, not to belittle you. It's to make you stronger and to be able to relate to people in the world, of having that unity of saying, "You know what? I gone through that too. I, I understand where you're coming from." And that communication helps somebody come from that depression and brings them back to that normal state and opens up their heart chakra again to actually love not only themselves, because I guarantee they shut down loving themselves and loving everything around them into a dark space. And you being able to resonate, you being able to relate, helps that person know that they are not alone. You're never alone. Not only God and the angels and the ancestors and the ascended masters and the multidimensional realms of everybody being here helping you, but here in the physical 3D, it's like when you see that somebody can resonate with your journey, with your story, doesn't that make you feel relaxed that you may have gone through it alone? It may have been scary, like HE double hockey sticks, right? But you got to grab that puck and chuck it, right? You got to say, "Hey, I'm gonna get this goal, and my goal is to understand why our Father had me go through these certain things, so that I could master the skill and to be able to relate to the soul family members." Because I guarantee you, the soul family members, like Father says, a lot of you have gone through some of the similar things, but some of you are afraid to bring it out in the open. Some of you are embarrassed and ashamed to bring it forward. No, there's nothing to be ashamed about it. Okay. It's like anybody who has been physically, mentally, emotionally, sexually, and spiritually abused, there is no shame of what took place. We have to come to the understanding that that is not a secret. That is something that you don't keep in, because what is it doing? It ain't affecting the person that did it to you. It's affecting you. It's affecting how you operate. It's affecting how you move, how you think, how you breathe, how you interact in relationships. It's affecting you as the beautiful, unique individual. Okay. It's like having that greater understanding. That's why I said I'm like an open book when it comes to it. And if people want to, belittle me and cut me down and shame blame me, well, they're going to have to answer to Father, because Father says, all the things that happened to me like that, being that pillar of support and the soul family of people who have gone through all this type of stuff, you're not alone. You're not alone. And there's a valid reason why you're sitting in depression, why you have anxiety, why you may fear the dark, why you may have PTSD. It's all plays a significant part, and that makes you who you are. But when somebody can understand you, doesn't it make your heart chakra expand open like, finally, somebody can understand me. Finally, somebody knows what I'm talking about because they've been through it. And that's why Father on this journey has had me go through so many trials and tribulations and so many shameful things that have happened, and come from a karmic family and have karmic children. It's hard to say, but it happens. It happens because it's like I never looked at my children as karmic children. And I'm not going to be like specific because there is no favoritism. I can tell you that the two oldest ones, by the things that happened to me, the things of my past, and the way that my family was a karmic family, came from a very broken family, which made me have to grow up very fast. Okay. At age 14, I was working two jobs. Okay. McDonald's and Jenny Mae Donuts. I was working two jobs at 14, living in a tent, also pregnant. Yeah. The thing is, does that make you a bad person? No. What makes it bad is somebody that you thought you could trust, who violated that, gets you pregnant, okay, because Father blessed you with that. But the thing is not many people would know this, but like I said, I ain't afraid to speak it. Okay, if there's somebody, if there's something that somebody wants to ask me, okay, fine. I'm not afraid to spit the truth. Now, if everything would have went more positively, I would have had 8 children because God blessed me with fertility, like massively. I'm talking woofda, but I have 4 living children and I had 1 tubal ligation and 3 miscarriages. So he did that because of the situation, because of the circumstances and the things that were happening at that time. It's like with the tubal ligation, when the baby was 6.5 weeks pregnant in my tube, okay, and I woke up and I went to go take a shower and I dropped to the floor and I couldn't move. It was like my tube was rupturing because the baby was growing in my tube. It didn't have time to go through the process and go into the uterus. So when God puts me up here as his divine messenger, as his child to bring out these different messages, the thing is I have been through enough, and I'm not, this isn't a competition. What I am saying that when God gave me and blessed me with my gift when I was 4 years old, my family thought I was crazy. They literally thought I was crazy. But the thing is they were scared. They were scared that I could see things and know things before they even said or did anything. But he had me go through these things in this life so that I could resonate with my soul family, because many of you have gone through the same thing. Many of you have gone through the same thing. And you feel alone. You feel abandoned. You feel like nobody was there for you. Nobody understood you. Well, that's what Father's got me here for, because you know what? I may sit here, I may look like everything's hunky-dory, but I'll tell you, from the time I was 2 years old up until now, I have been through so many things that I can't even tally up. And when I look back at it, and And Father's saying, okay, well, bring this out because you resonate. You've gone through this, you've done that. Did you know that he put me through them things to be able to come up here and be the messenger for him and to be able to relate to the people's pain and the hurt and the understanding? Yeah. It took me a long time to figure that out because I thought I was cursed. I thought, why is Father doing this to me? You know? But it's having that greater understanding that you are never alone. And Father always brings people in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And it's up to you to use your discernment. What is the reason? Are they there for a season? Are they there? When I say a season, they're there to teach you something. Okay. When they're there for a specific reason, it's like because that's something that you need to face to face with you, that this person is going to come in for that reason. They're going to betray you of something that you've done elsewhere for you to look in that reflection and be like, oh yeah, I did that to this person. Okay, forgive me. I want to make my wrongs right, and it's like you think about that, but that's where he has them in for a reason. When he has them in for a season, it's like it's going to be multiple things that he shows you that you need to heal within you because that residue is still holding you back. It's still stopping you. It's still making you scared to be able to push forward, right? And the reason why this is all coming about tonight, Father says, because this read was all about spiritual progress. Now, in order for you to progress, it's like you have to speak your truth. You have to be able to speak openly of, hey, this is what happened to me. Stop hiding who you are. Because when you hide who you are, all it does is hold more pain and resentment down into you. Okay. And, I had to learn the hard way because let me put it this way. I was a baby having a baby. Okay. Because my family wouldn't give me that unconditional love. So I turned elsewhere. And the man that I had dated, I ended up pregnant by him. Okay. The fact is with that going on, I didn't want to get him in trouble. I didn't want to get him in trouble. I didn't want him to go to jail. Okay. The thing is I was trying to protect him and it made me look bad because they wanted to know, well, who's the father? Who's the father? And I just went like this. I don't know. And for your own family to belittle you and slander you when really I was covering up and protecting this man from going to prison because it was consensual between him and I. The thing is he was 3 years older than me. The fact is my family just wanted to pin statutory rape on him and I wasn't going to have it. That's not who I am. That's not who I am. But that's how revengeful they are. And it's like I seen the way my family not only did me wrong, but did you know that because I was a baby having a baby, did you know that when it came down to it, I didn't even get to sign the documentation because I couldn't sign a legal document because I wasn't of age? Yeah. But the thing is when that all happened and my oldest son went up for adoption and my biological mother took me and the father up to our state capital, okay? And she took me up there and I had to sit and watch while she signed these papers. And then you know what she did? She couldn't take the pain. She couldn't take what she was doing. And all these years, it's like she turned her back on my son, okay, my oldest son. She turned her back on my oldest son. And that's when the secret came out. Did you know that my mother was a baby having a baby? The same age. Her and I were the same age. Yeah, family secret come popping out. And when that come popping out, spiritually, Father told me who my sister was. And for years, our biological mother looked for my older sister. Okay. The thing is I kept telling her, the name you gave her is not her name. This is her name. This is her name. She's like, no, no, you're crazy. You're crazy. No, I'm not. When I tried to tell her that I have a spiritual gift, she thought I was crazy. She tried to lock me up in a mental institution thinking that I was crazy. But can I tell you something? During COVID, I believe it was, I want to say it was 2018 going into 2019. Did you know I got a phone call? I got a phone call from my godmother, my auntie, my biological mom's oldest sister. And I was like, what's going on? She's like, well, I just wanted to let you know that the results came back. And I go, what? Results for what? I'm like, for my son? She's like, no, for your sister. The one that your mom had as a child, the same age as you. And I was like, really? And all I said is, Auntie, what's her name? And when she told me her name, I said, I told that woman that was that girl's name. That was my sister's name. Now, mind you, I didn't get to meet my sister until she was 50 years old. Okay. It took 50 years for that family secret to come unraveled. And when it did, here's how the outcome came. It's like they wanted to feed her, and which I'm not going to say her name for privacy reasons, for protection for her. But the thing is they wanted to fill her with all this garbage. They wanted to come like this with her. And I've always been the one to speak the truth, the full truth, and nothing but the truth out there bluntly. And I don't care what people think. Okay. And this is my own family. Okay. The thing is I spoke it bluntly. And she was like, my biological was like, no, 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 no. There's no way. I didn't name her that. Okay. Well, whatever. When the blood test came back that she was my sister, and her name that I spiritually gave my auntie and my biological mother, that said, oh, no, 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 you're wrong. You're wrong. They wouldn't do that. Blah, blah, blah. Guess what? Her name was identical to the name I gave first, middle, and last name. Yeah. That's thanks to our Father. Okay. Now, mind you, my oldest son, he was, I want to say 19, because it was January. It was on my birthday in 2013. And he was 19 years old when he found me. And the thing is, I couldn't believe the stories that my family had spread around. Now, ironically, his adopted mother and I have the same exact name. Very ironic, right? But the thing is what I'm saying here is, when it comes to spiritual progress, I have been through a lot. I have done a lot. I was no innocent angel, let me tell you. I used to throw down with the best of them because I had to defend for myself. I didn't have the family support. I was the outcast of the family. I was my only family. And when the roles reversed and my biological mother became homeless, I took her in. After 30 some years, I took her into my home with my two youngest children. Whew. Can tell you, some people never change, or they don't want to change. And it's okay, because I'm not here to badmouth her. I'm not here to badmouth any of them. I am simply telling you, in order to fix things, you have to get down to the brass tacks of everything that is going on. You have to see the good, the bad, the ugly, and the indifference. Okay. It's like, this life is not a joke. Now, the ironic thing is, as we're bringing this up, because Father just brought this up to my attention, it's like, this woman that birthed me, I have thanked her numerous times for giving birth to me, because if her and my father went to give birth to me, even though my father was never there for me, and then when we did try to get close, it's like his greediness, yeah, it done, you know. I didn't like the person that he was. I mean, you steal from your own children, you lie to your own children, you hurt your own children, you come and rob from their house. Yeah. And like I said, I'm not here to paint a bad picture. I'm here speaking the truth. That soul family, you are not alone. And I can guarantee you that on the spiritual progress, it's like things have to come to light in order to release that darkness that's holding you back. And this is why I can openly, explain and everything else, but I don't say names. I don't do nothing like that, because they ain't going to come back and say, oh, well, you violated this and you violated that. No, I didn't. I speak my truth, and you just don't like me speaking my truth. Because the thing is when all that stuff was going down, and I was actually, at the time before I went into foster home and group homes and, all them things, it's like, my biological, I can just say this. It's like the people that she surrounded in her life, which she ended up having a child with this man to create my little sister, one of my little sisters. Okay. The thing is she didn't want to believe what was going on when she actually knew what was going on, because she left me with babysitters that were doing things they shouldn't be doing. He was doing things that he shouldn't be doing. And it came down to, wow. It's like, you don't even believe your daughter over this man that got you pregnant, who's over here molesting and raping your daughter? But the time changed, because she knew something was up. She knew something was up. Because she had taken me to the same auntie who discovered the connection and the name of my sister. Because I was always known as the oldest daughter. Always. I mean, that family secret was not out. It was never spoke about. It was never brought up. And it's like, spiritually, with my gift, it's like I kept asking her questions. I'm like, do you have another daughter? Are you hiding something? And she would never say anything, right? She would never say anything. And it's like, do you have another daughter? She would get mad. She would get very mad. That's my business. Don't talk about my business, and stop bringing my past up. All I asked was a simple question. See, and that's why she didn't like, that's why I was the outcast of the family, because I put it out there bluntly. I would ask straight out. I don't beat around the bush. If I want to know something, I'm going to ask straight out. I don't hem-haw around about it. And for the longest time, I can remember growing up, for the longest time, I kept saying, you have a secret. You have a secret that you're not sharing. And you're taking all of your pain and your hurt out, and you're abusing me and treating me like I'm your little Cinderella that's got to scrub your floors and everything else. I said, is there something you want to tell me? No, no, it's my business. It's my business. And it's like, well, it's my business too, because if I have a sister, I would like to know. And let's just put it this way. When the DNA came up, when the blood test came up that she was, it's like they kind of me off to the side, and she tried to take credit of, oh yeah, I knew who you were. Oh yeah, I knew who you were. No, you didn't. She didn't. But the biological tried to portray to the sister that she knew all this information all along. And it was me giving her the information, and it's like, whatever, whatever. And it's like, still to this day, I mean, here we are from 2018 going into 2024, and I met my sister twice. Once we met at Chili's, and once just recently last year on the death of my grandfather. So I've seen her twice in my life, and she's 53 now. Well, no, she'll be coming up to 53. Yeah. So the thing is like these people want to take credit on the gift that Father blessed me with, which, okay, fine. You do you. Whatever makes you happy. But my thing is the truth always prevails. And it started prevailing because everything in their life just kind of went. And I don't know how else to explain it. But I'm as true can be, you know, it's like, and me going through all my cancer and not one of my family members being there for me. Okay, fine. It's okay with me. It's fine with me. And it's like the family traumas. Okay, this is what it all boils down to on your spiritual progress. It's like you have to work through your family traumas, relationship traumas, you know, all of it. You cannot hold on to that residue because all it's doing is eating that inner core of you to spiritually prosper and be that best version of yourself. It's like, if you look at it this way, if you speak about your stuff, if you put it out there, what does the enemy have to use against you? Nothing, because you speak your truth. You ain't afraid to put it out there. It's like if people want to ridicule me, belittle me, cut me down, shame me, blame me, whatever, okay, fine. But this is the journey Father has me on in order to be able to resonate with our soul family, to give that broader spectrum of, hey, you're not alone. And it's not a competition of who lived a worse life than the other. It's how you can relate and have that connection to have somebody truly understand that hurt and that pain that you're going through, that loss. Okay. It's like, yeah, I mean, I still remember the words, and this, it's amazing how it works. And there's no jealousy. Okay. There's no jealousy. Um, they can do what they got to do. But when my biological said, that is my past, you leave my past alone because I will never meet her. I will never be able to see her. So it doesn't matter. Okay. Well, that's because her heart was broken. She was closed off and she didn't do any of her healing. The thing is when it came about to her meeting her, now, mind you, I had a very expensive necklace that I got, Sisters for Life. Now, mind you, I have had this since I was 16 because I knew. Father had told me. I have had that since I was 16. Okay. On my second child. Okay. The thing is when it all came down to meeting her for the first time and hearing it from her that she didn't want a relationship with anybody but our parents, but yet she's got a relationship with my half sister. Okay, fine. You guys do you. But when my biological was basically shaming me for speaking about her past and the things that happened because she was so down of not knowing her daughter. Okay. There's a lot more to the story. You can go to my Earth Angel 444 intuitive healer, and I've got the full story up there because I was doing it in sections, you know. But the thing is when they first met, it's like, wow, the falsehood popped right out. And it's like the biological mother's love, which I know I don't ever feel like she had any love for me in the first place, but that's besides the point. But the thing is everything that I told her, everything that I had searched up for her to help her heal, she come back and slammed it in my face like she did all the work, like she's got all the credit and she's been searching for her all her life. And I'm talking, I went on um uh what was that program? Long Lost Family. I even still have the emails and everything. I had reached out to all these different places to be able to confirm that she was my sister because I had gotten the name and the message long before they even knew it. But it's to see that they knock you out because you got the spiritual information and they're still holding that pain and that hurt. Now, when my grandfather passed away, which is my biological mother's father, last October 19th, okay, it's been a full year now that he's been gone. But it's like, even going back home, it's like she so cold hearted. It's like, you got what you wanted, but you're being this way. You're being this way. And it's like she wanted to take all the credit. Okay, fine. Take all the credit. But it's gonna come back and bite her in the hiney butt. And when it does, I'm sorry. Father's gonna have to deal with it. Father's gonna have to deal with it. Wow, Luana, that is amazing because see, soul family, when I say soul family, you see how that connection is? I would have had 8 children too. Yeah. It's amazing how Father works because that is the abundance. But I'm not sitting on here, to go down this, but this is all part of the spiritual progress. It's like we have to go through massive turmoil. We have to go through the mundane, like me, I had to grow up faster than normal. And instead of being able to be a child, I was figuring out how I was going to have to feed, how I could work. And I mean, my first job was at McDonald's making $4.25 an hour, if that tells you anything. I mean, the fact is like the family has always done this and now they're doing their own little thing. And I know when it's time for my grandmother to cross over, that will probably be the last time that I see any of them. Okay. Um, just because it's like your karmic family and the way that they operate, you learn valuable information. Valuable information. Now, my other auntie, I never had a relationship with her. I mean, there would be times where, we would see her at my grandparents and stuff. And like one or two times that I remember actually going up to her house um, with the biological. But the thing is like, it was the biological that stopped the relationship for me to have with my aunties. And it's like, yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm telling you, I've been through a lot. So Therefore, when it comes down to it, you can understand that I have a lot of knowledge and hurtful experiences that can resonate of your journey, but you have to bring that darkness to light. You have to release that pain because it's not doing anything for them by you doing that. It's doing everything for your soul. Everything that is meant for you, everything that is divinely guided for you, it is meant for you. That healing is meant for you, not them, not them. But the true thing is when you can give that forgiveness of, hey, I forgive them for what they did. That doesn't mean we're chummy, chummy, buddy, buddy, hooky, hooky, let's go and have a big feast or whatever. No, it doesn't happen that way. But God put me into a karmic family, which I think it's neat because tomorrow I got something that we're going to tap into. Okay. Something that we're going to tap into. Nobody's ever done it before, Father said. So I'm going to be able to tap in and I'm going to be able to show you guys, hey, you want to learn something about yourself? You want to be able to jump timelines? Yeah, I'm willing to show you. But the thing is like, all of this is things to make you stronger, make you have that compassion and compatibility and understanding for your twin, because I guarantee you, you know, some of you, your twin may be the only child, but that only child suffered so much and lost so much. That's where it makes the yin and yang. It's that light and dark. And the fact is when you can bring light to that darkness and have that understanding of everything that you have gone through has molded you into the beautiful person that you are today, and the way that you do things differently and the way that things are perceived, it's like you are finally starting to understand that no longer are you going to let depression hold you down. No longer are you going to let that anxiety rev your soul, when you being able to push forward should be revving your soul, making you happy, right? It's about being able to understand that you're not alone on this journey. It's like we may not travel the same exact journey, but as a soul family, Father specifically says, okay, this is where the 144,000 come in. If you don't believe it, go check it out. But there's 12 tribes of 12,000 in each tribe, right? We have 18 soul members in our family that God clumped together as complete strangers. Okay? We are deeply rooted and grounded from multi dimensions, many past lives, confirmation that are coming in. And so, like I said, there's something that I'm going to show you, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. But on your spiritual progress, it's like, don't be afraid to express who you are. Don't be afraid to share your stories, because people are going to shame, blame you, and point the finger. Because you know what? They're the ones that don't want to wake. They're the ones that don't want to wake up to reality. They're the ones that don't want to step into their true power. They're the ones that are truly scared to be the true them. Okay? Put it that way. Anybody who has to come at you in that derogatory way or aggressive, belittling, slanderous way for you speaking your truth, it's because they envy the fact that you have the courage to speak about it and they don't. And that's what you need to hold dear to you, because you don't know how many lives you're changing by sharing your story. People finally, they hear it and they're like, wow, I'm not the only one that's gone through this. Oh, I feel a connection. And that's part of the soul family, because Father put 18 of us together for the spiritual enlightenment, for a mission that we are to do. Now you take 18 of us along with our twin And that's 36. That's the spiritual enlightenment, right? And it's all about 9-9, endings and beginnings. It's because we have to end certain things for new beginnings to come forward for all of us. Yeah, I'm telling you, it goes much deeper, much deeper. So, yes, we've been on here for 144. Yeah, that's Father saying when it comes down to it. The spiritual enlightenment to the ascended master, standing in your power, being abundant as the angelic being that you are. Don't ever be afraid to be you. Don't ever be afraid to speak your truth. Don't ever be afraid to share your story. Because the thing is the people who want to come in and twist your story or who get triggered on your story is because they can't stand the fact that you're speaking the truth, and everybody wants to falsify and put lies. But I always say to them type of people, oh, come on, let's get in a circle. Let's get in a circle. I'll go face to face. And everything that I'm telling you is the same thing I'm going to say face to face to all these people. Because when you speak your truth, you don't have to remember no lies. You don't do no deception. You can speak your truth every single time. And that's when it lightens and enlightens all the people around you who are wearing a facade. Okay. So it's very important. And that's why some, okay, Father said save that for tomorrow when we talk about this one on the 1111 portal. So, and I will remember it because, like I said, it's very significant. And so, okay, he told me don't even give you a hint of what it is right now because there's somebody watching my channel. He just said there's somebody who's watching my channel, and an hour later, they go in and they create a video trying to say the same thing as me in just a little bit of twist of their own words. And he says, this has never been out and displayed before. And he says, you're going to be the first one to put it out there of what he's guiding me for the 1111 portal. So, got to keep it on the down low till tomorrow. I'm telling you, people are always, they're coming in and they're trying to do this. They always, yeah, you're going to have it everywhere. Okay. But there's somebody who's watching who takes the information that they know nothing about. And Father says they've been watching them and they've been feeling very extremely tired lately and coughing and just feeling very sick. Okay. Because Father is very sick that he gave them their own special gifts and they need to copy. They grab from anybody and everybody and put it together and mash it together. That's not the journey. That's not the journey. So, yes. Did you ever get my email, sweetheart? Did you ever get my email? Because I had reached out to you and I tried calling you. Hold on. Let me. Where is it? Hold on. Let me find it here because, and I won't give the information over there. But yeah, I had written you. I can tell you what day it is as soon as I find it here. Got so much on my desk. Let's see. Okay, it's right here. What day was it? Okay, it was the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus. And just so I'm just going to say the last 4 Actually, I'll do the last 3 so that you know that yes, yes, 960 of the last 3 numbers that I tried to call on yours, 960, and it's, I don't wanna give out your information on here, but just know that on here I have it. Okay, yes, I do have it, and 41. 4-1 so that you know. I'm not gonna give out the whole thing, just you'll know what resonates what I'm talking about. But yeah, this was on the full moon of the lunar eclipse in Taurus. And that was all the way back. Hold on, because I got it right here. And 11:22 is when I had reached out in the AM. I had reached out in the AM, and then upon the email, it was after 4. Okay, yep, absolutely. Yeah, because like I said, I have it right here, sweetheart. It's all right here. When I reached out to you, everything. But yes, absolutely. And I'll actually try if you're at home now, what I will do is after I get off of here, then I will call the number that I have here for you. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I will definitely give you a call when I get off of here. Like I said, I've got it. It's all sitting right here, but I will give you a call as soon as I end this video. Okay, perfect. All right, soul family. Well, I want to say may all your wishes, goals, dreams, and desires come true. May everything that you hope for and wish for come true. And tomorrow is the 1111 portal, which is very, very important. Yes, you're welcome, sister. Love you, sister, and God bless you. Because the thing is we, in order for our spiritual progress, we've got to make sure that you know that you can speak your truth, and that if people want to look down on you, it's because they're either not awakened or they haven't stepped into the journey to understanding. But in order for you to progress on your spiritual journey, you have to balance the light and the dark. Okay. And that is a very valuable thing that we must do. So, but tomorrow is a very important 1111 portal. I will be going on at 7 p.m. for the 1111 portal. Like I said, it is going to be a lengthy one because there is 2 sections to it. The message that Father wants to give for the star seeds, the light workers, and the twin flames. And then the second portion of it is going to be specifically focused on the soul family. Oh, he says I can't tell you. Okay, I want to be able to tell you, but just know it is absolute cool. And if you thought that our sacred transformation, the sacred task and sacred relationship class that we did together, that of learning all that stuff was neat, tomorrow's going to be even more phenomenal because you're going to be able to learn Okay, Father, okay. He says, I can't tell you all details, but I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it tomorrow. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. It would be 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It would be 6 p.m. Mountain Time and 5 p.m. Pacific Time or on the West Coast. So, hello, hello. Oh, you day. I'm sorry that your network is acting up. I am doing fantastic, sweetheart, and the videos are up there, but the thing is this is all about the spiritual progress. And so tomorrow is the 1111 portal, which for you it would be today. But the 1111 portal is tomorrow on Cappy Dappy Doo Day, which is Saturn Day. It's Saturday, but I call it Saturn Day because that's what it was originally called from the Mayans before it was changed to Saturday by the Congress. Okay. But it's very important and very potent because it's telling us tomorrow Capricorns are coming in and uniting with their twin flames. Okay. Whether it's face to face, phone call, FaceTime, whatever it may be, but this is very significant. And it's very significant when it comes to where you are on your journey as star seeds, light workers, or twin flames. Okay. It's very, very important because 1111, you don't want to miss it. That is the stable foundation of your home, your happy life, your happy marriage, your happy relationships, your happy career, everything. That's what I can tell you. Yes. So how are you, Day? How are you, sweetheart? Yes, Luana, much love to you, sister. God bless you. And it's unique how we are so close in that resignation of the journey. Yes, good morning, sweetheart. Good morning. Off to a beautiful day for you. And it's 911 here in the States. So, yeah, it's beautiful, but I'm glad that you are doing good. I'm so sorry that your internet has been acting up. Yeah, the portal for you is today, but the portal for us is tomorrow. So, unfortunately, I won't be doing it for you today, but tomorrow I'll be doing it, and it's very significant. It's going to help a lot of people get to that next step on their journey, that next progression on their journey, that next evolution, that ascension. That's going to be very vital to your spiritual progress. And don't want to miss it, soul family. Don't want to miss it. Yes. And I'm also hearing you, Day, that things have been going good for you when it comes to the communication. Okay, I'm hearing there's been progress, but there's still a little, right? So yeah, I mean, and I will check my emails because I know what you mean. We had the master satellites go down, and it's been a lot. Good. I'm so glad. So family, I'm so glad. So good to see you, sweetheart. So good to see you on here. But the thing is like when it comes to the spiritual progress, it's like having that understanding that don't be ashamed for what you've endured on your journey. Embrace it and know that it is a tool to help you grow in order to be able to be strong and to be that spiritual guidance for somebody else. Okay. It's because it's like Father is talking about the pillars of strength. You got to have the pillars of strength for that unity to let people know that it's like you don't have to harbor and hide this. Okay, be you. If somebody can't love you for you, and they don't accept you for the things that you had to endure and the lifestyles and things that you grew up in, that's what made you uniquely you. Okay. So if they have a crush on you, if they admire you, if they're in love with you, the fact is they need to know the truth of who you are, where you came from, the journey you rode in on, so that they can collaborate. Because I guarantee that your twin has gone through similar situations, just different people, places, times. Yeah. I'm glad that you are doing good, sweetheart. I'm glad that you are doing good. But yes, tomorrow night, it'll be 7 p.m. here as our normal time that we do you day. Um, but it's going to be a two-section. The first section is our Father giving the message when it comes to the star seeds, the light workers, and the twin flames of the important information that you need to know. And the second part is something for each individual of our soul family that is going to help you. Oh, he says I can't say it. Thank you, Father. Okay, just know that it is going to be for your benefit, and you don't want to miss the second half either, because I'm telling you, this is phenomenal. This is extraordinary, very unique, and it's never, ever, ever been spoken of. And yeah, Father is just taking, he was just going like this into the back of my head. He was just like, did you, hey, that is so weird. Boom, 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 boom. Just kidding. I was like seeing the reflection, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's my TV that's hanging off the big wall mount, right? It's like the corner of the TV is so big I can't I can't pivot it to like move. Yes, absolutely. And that is beautiful because, like I said, we have some catching up to do because, like I said, I haven't been into my emails. So, anybody who has emailed me, I apologize for the last 2.5 days. I haven't gotten into my emails. Um, but being that tonight the live has gone so graciously in God's grace and mercy, that I'm going to go in after I go talk to Purple Bird. I'm going to go into my emails too and check them. So if you've been waiting for a response, just know I've been on the go, 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 and I will get to it. I will get to it. I normally try to check them every day, but this week has just been flying by, busy. Like I said, by day, construction, by night, my spiritual journey, and then flip flopping because I got things coming into fruition, new changes, shopping for the building and everything when it comes to what I'm doing. So, yes, a lot going on, a lot going on. And that's beautiful, you day, because that's what I've been getting to, that the messages that things have been going a little smoother and a little easier. Um, you still have some things, but I will definitely get a hold of you in the email. So, all right, soul family, God bless you all. I hope you have a great rest of your night and a great, wonderful day, you day. And I will see you tomorrow on here for the 1111 portal and for the second part that is meant strictly for my soul family to come in and get these messages, because it's going to show you something. Okay, Father, see, he discipline. He said, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. So I will tell you tomorrow when I come on. I love you so, family. I greatly appreciate all of you for the love and support, for standing by me, for getting the messages, listening to Father's messages come through me to help each and every one of you create that best version of yourself and know that happiness is contagious. Okay. Love you. Mwah. Peace. See you tomorrow. Good night. Good day.